Hey guys, let's have a little chat. Today is June 9th of 2026, and for a couple of years now I've been making videos about things that are coming and changes that will be implemented with the rollout of AI and with the government. And recently there have been a few things that have really come to the fore, and one is the weaponization of the virology, which means the study of how viruses mutate and change and how we can alter them so that they kind of do what we want them to do. And there's a lot of fear around that, and as there well should be, There is also a lot of fear around things like data centers, and again, as there should be. And we need to be on top of these things, like following what is actually happening, who is using what technology, how are they using it, and how is it planned to benefit us, or is it going to hurt us? A lot of big companies, especially like FedEx, have announced that they're going to be restructuring. Now, restructuring means we can simplify these jobs, we can automate these jobs. So you are going to see the economic landscape change, and people are going to be moving within their job positions, or their job positions are going to be eliminated. And what are we going to do on a mass scale over the next 5 years when jobs are being replaced? There's going to be a big blue collar push. There's going to be a big push to do things that make you happy, to find that career or that hobby that can bring you money. What skills do you have? What can you share? And that's really a hard one, because there are two young girls across the street from my building who are, they were going to open a sewing shop, and I've heard that they're closing, and that is really unfortunate. They've only been there a couple of months, and that is a skill. It's a skill. It's necessary and it's needed. So we need to be supporting people. This is how societies used to work. People who could bake were the bakers, and we have a couple of bakeries, especially newer ones that are on the up. But people who are tailors, people who can make clothes, people who create art, please be supporting your friends in that way. We need to be supporting one another. There are cuts coming for like Medicaid and food stamps, and we need to be supportive of those programs. We need to be ensuring that there is that money coming into society, because when we start cutting food stamps, we actually start cutting money directly to corporations, but also to small farms and people who provide to our local groceries. That is important. The next thing I want to talk about gets very deep and it's very awkward, but the AI technology right now is so invasive that when we start looking at things like biometrics and crime, you're gonna want to start being careful. And I've said this for the past couple of years. What your kids are looking at online, what your kids are doing online, the things and the pictures and the places that you are posting on your socials. I learned the other day that when we're giving peace signs in like pictures and posting them online and videos, that if I were to turn my fingers around and face them towards you this way, that the AI technology can actually come in so close as to replicate our fingerprints. Now, for an everyday person, that may not be such a big deal, but the fact that the technology is there and that it is that invasive is dangerous. And we have to decide as a collective if this is really what we want to allow, because we do get to choose. And at some point, we may have to change course and say, this is not what we're doing. This is not what we want. Society is going to shift, but the direction that we head is definitely up to us. So just please be aware of the things that you're doing. Be aware of who you're holding accountable and to what and why that's important. Because those same people that are controlling, the things that families are allowed to do in your community, the things that are moving within your community, things that are being built and created in your community, are all those people that need to be on the up, okay? They need to be responsible, they need to have morals and ethical values, and we need to really be on top of those things. All right? I guess it's just a quick morning message. It is almost officially summertime. I'm so excited for this weather. Get outside, take your shoes off, lay in the grass, go for a walk, let your mind recenter itself. I promise you will feel better. This is a heavy topic. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.